Now, as a teacher, having jumped both feet into the digital game industry through ChemCaper, what we have realized is that there is a gap between the video game industry or education industry as a whole. Now, there is a lag time of 50 years between these two industries. Now, is it any wonder then why the children in schools today are completely disengaged from the studies? They have access to all these great technology out there, but in school we're still forcing them to look at books and learn from books. Having taught chemistry in various countries, I've found that students tend to struggle with the subject. Now, chemistry is one subject where, when they're sitting for exams, the topics are all connected, and you can have one question with 4 different topics all linked to it, and if a student doesn't know the link, they will not be able to answer the question. The ChemCaper is designed with chemistry completely infused into it. So everywhere within the game, you actually see chemistry. And
one of the big hints that we've got here is basically when you look at the races, we actually created them in accordance to the 5 different types of metals. And basically, for example, Root, right? He represents the reactive metal type.
Playing the game, you will see that within that mechanic itself, there are so many topics of chemistry all pulled together. For instance, if you look at the orb, you see the electrons running around. Those represent the electrons in the outermost shell. And then if you look at the orb itself, there are bands on it. The bands actually represent the number of filled inner shells. And the colors of the bands actually reflect certain physical properties of the substance. And when the orbs are brought together, you actually see the different types of bonding that can happen. So you have covalent, ionic, and metallic bonding. So this is bonding, a whole topic in it. What you see when they are battling are actually characteristics of those substances. So it's a whole lot of things pulled together. When it comes to the exams, one of the things I've seen students do is they draw test tubes that look like beakers. Okay, so test tubes are supposed to be thin and long, but the beakers come out fat and short. the drawings come out fat and short, looking like a beaker. So that's actually the reason why the tracing of apparatus is in there. It's not just about collecting the apparatus. I want the kids to be able to remember the shape and what to do to draw them. It made it easy. Okay, so it's simple. You just have to trace out the lines, and with doing it over and over again, it's going to retain that information a lot longer. So the whole premise of ChemCaper is to make the learning much easier for these major exams. Just imagine, there's a whole lot of memorizing they have to do. Well, what do you think? Revising from a textbook 3 times, or learning through a game, revising through a game 3 times? I think the answer is pretty obvious. That's the direction we need to go. What the world needs is to bring education to the future. Let's do this together.